is your News Source Evening Bulletin for today, Thursday, the 17th day of October in the year 2019. Here is what we're tracking tonight. The pilot of a small aircraft that crashed this morning in the interior region has survived. He was the only one on board when a single-engine aircraft went down moments after takeoff from the interior location of Arishing. A full search and rescue operation was mounted by the Guyana Civil Aviation Authority moments after the crash, and the pilot was rescued safely during the operation. He has been identified as Bernard Singh. The single-engine aircraft with registration number 8RHAI was shuttling cargo to Ikariku at the time of the accident. Although it went down in a heavily forested area, rescuers were able to quickly spot the site of the crash and move in to effect their rescue. The accident occurred just 2 minutes after takeoff. The Guyana Civil Aviation Authority has launched a full investigation into the accident. Just 2 years ago, the Civil Aviation Authority had put a number of new regulations in place to govern the shuttling of goods by small planes across the country. That move came on the heels of 2 back-to-back accidents involving small aircraft. More news coming up in just a moment.
The Guyana Elections Commission would be conducting a claims and objections exercise from the 1st of October 2019. Persons have until the 4th of November 2019 to make a claim to be on the list if you will be 18 years or older by the 31st of December 2019, a Guyanese citizen by birth, descent, naturalization, or registration, a citizen of a Commonwealth country living in Guyana for a period of no less than 1 year preceding the 31st of December 2019, persons who require changes or corrections to their particulars as stated on the preliminary list of electors, such as names, occupations, and transfers in relation to their addresses, can also do same during the claims and objections period. You must present the relevant original documents in order for the transaction to be completed. Don't delay. Visit the nearest GCOM registration office today. For more information, visit our website at www.gcom.org.gy. Follow GCOM on Facebook at Guyana Elections Commission. Contact us on 225-0277-9 or 223-9653. Email pro@gcom.org.gy or the nearest GCOM registration office.
Fuel it up and drive, Super 95. Tune up. Fuel it up and drive, Super 95. Tune up. Protect your fuel system, boy. High mileage and performance, boy.
Guyana Super 95 gasoline gives you more reasons to drive and is available at 56 service stations nationwide. For affordable price, high performance, and high mileage, choose Guyana's Super 95 gasoline.
Fuel it up and drive.
All across our nation, Guyana, we see it in your lives. The future growing even stronger. GBTI, all eyes on Guyana skies as the voices of our people rise. Singing GBTI, Guyana's pride is in your eyes. GBTI, we see Guyana through your eyes.
After relinquishing old ties and establishing ourselves as a republic 50 years later, we're a proud people with a bright future. On Saturday, October 26th, come celebrate our 50th Republic Jubilee in Linden Town with the street parade starting at the 5 corners to the Linden Georgetown Bus Park. See the unveiling of the 50th Republic Jubilee logo. Hear the jingle and the theme. Enjoy the block party and the after concert featuring all rating monarchs. The 50th Republic Jubilee launching Saturday, October 26, 2019. Come, let's celebrate.
Welcome back. In the world of politics, leader of the opposition, Bara Jagdeo, today made it clear that the People's Progressive Party Civic will be fighting against any proposal to remove the names of persons from the voters list because they did not collect their ID cards in over 10 years. At his weekly solo press conference this afternoon, Mr. Jagdeo reminded that it is not a requirement for persons to present a national ID card to vote, and therefore persons cannot be disenfranchised for not uplifting their ID cards.
If they're dead or they become insane. Those are the two reasons. You can't remove their names for any other reason. It's unconstitutional. Not because they didn't collect their ID cards, because they didn't show up to check their name on the voters list. Whether they migrated or not, their names have to be, and that's a feature of continuous registration.
According to the opposition leader, the opposition party is concerned about the proposal and will fight it, since he is convinced it may be setting the stage for court challenges and even post-elections violence.
We must fight that to ensure that not a single Guyanese voter is disenfranchised. Not a single Guyanese voter. And we'll have to fight that. But secondly, it's downright illegal. And then imagine after the elections, when APNU loses, they're going to use the same thing that, oh, we took people's name off the voters list because they didn't collect their ID card. That's illegal. So go to court to try to invalidate the results because of what they're proposing now to the commission. Either setting the basis for elections challenge in the future or want to create violence. That's why we have to resist this proposal.
Government-nominated Commissioner on the Guyana Elections Commission, Vincent Alexander, earlier this week explained his position on the issue.
The proposition is that they not be placed on the voters list because they simply whereabouts are unknown. You can't be able to verify their existence.
But you don't need an ID card to vote.
Huh?
But you don't need an ID card.
We're using the ID card issue to determine the presence of our voters, their existence. It's like an objection. Huh? So the issue is not the ID card. The issue is that these persons, since 2008 and beyond 2008, have not in any way presented themselves to be present, to be known, to be alive, to be existing, to be resident. And the calling them, writing to them gives us an opportunity to make a determination in the context of like an objection as to where are they? Are they here? Are they real people?
The Guyana Elections Commission is currently conducting a claims and objections exercise. The Commission has launched a massive public relations blitz to encourage persons to check the voters list. While Magistrate Lerone Daly this afternoon dismissed the fraud charges against 6 former officials of the Guyana Rice Development Board. The magistrate's decision came as a result of the absence of the special prosecutor for the Special Organized Crime Unit, who was overlooking the matter. When a call was made for the Special Prosecutor Lawrence Harris, he was nowhere to be found, and the attorneys for the 6 accused requested that the matters be dismissed for want of prosecution, since the Special Prosecutor had been absent on several other occasions without reason. The magistrate agreed with the position of the defense lawyers and dismissed the charges. 2 serving opposition parliamentarians and the former Deputy Permanent Secretary were among the 6 persons charged for a multi-million-dollar fraud at the Guyana Rice Development Board, dating as far back as 2011. The former GRDB board members were slapped with 5 separate charges totaling over $400 million. The 6 former GRDB officials, Dharam Kumar Siraj, Nigel Dharmlal, Ricky Ramraj, Jagnarayan Singh, Badri Prasad, and former Ministry of Agriculture Deputy Permanent Secretary Prema Rupnarayan, had always maintained their innocence of the fraud charges. The first charge dated back to 2011 and involved a $52 million omission in the accounts of the GRDB, while a second charge read that in 2012, the then board members also conspired and omitted to enter the sum of $77.3 million into the ledger. The other charges spanned the years 2014 and 2015 and included a $130 million omission, a $9.7 million omission, and a $145 million omission. The Special Organized Crime Unit, SOCU, brought the charges against the 6 persons following investigations that went on for over a year. Those investigations were prompted by the findings of a forensic audit. Let's tell you now that the cease work order issued to gold mining company Troy Resources has been lifted. A few days ago, Minister within the Ministry of Social Protection, Keith Scott, issued a letter forcing the company to bring its operations to a halt as an investigation continued into the tragic death of a geologist in a mine pit cave-in at one of the company's mine sites. Yesterday, Senior Minister of Social Protection Amna Ali rescinded that letter that was sent by Scott and thereby allowing the company to reopen its gold mining operations. The company had complained about Minister Scott's cease order, describing it as a knee-jerk reaction. It said his order forced the closure of all of the company's mining sites, including the ones where the accident did not take place. The cease order had forced the company to make moves to send its workers home until the all-clear was given to restart operations. With the rescinding of the cease order, the company is expected to now resume full operations at those mining sites that were not affected by the pit cave-in. Minister of Public Health Walter Lawrence took the witness stand at a magistrate's court this morning in a fraud case against a man who allegedly impersonated her and defrauded persons of millions of dollars. The man, Muhammad Ali, is accused of calling a business owner while impersonating the public health minister and getting the person to transfer $2.1 million in phone credit to his mobile phone. At court today, the real Minister of Public Health, Walter Lawrence, stood on the witness stand and explained that persons should be much more careful with scam artists. She said it is clear that the accused targeted the small business owner and was able to take advantage of the person using her name. She spoke to the media following her testimony.
The matter in court right now is where persons have impersonated me and have been able to receive over $2 million from a very small phone vendor using my name. The matter continues. I will have to come back to court. Here it is that a small vendor will have to pay that $2 million to the company that he took credit from. There are other persons who have released monies to persons believing that it was me for house lots. Just last week, I had a caller inquiring of my office whether I had called her to offer her a house lot.
The minister said the problem appears to be getting worse and she will do all in her power to ensure it is addressed by the relevant authorities.
This is all a scam, using my name, using my position as Minister of Public Health to take their monies from them. Please, should anyone call you or text you or send you a Facebook message asking you to send money to myself or any other minister, please do not do so. Ministers do not handle finances.
The accused, Muhammad Ali, is an inmate of the Camp Street prison. He is currently serving a 2-year jail sentence for scamming persons while pretending to be the First Lady. In addition, he's also serving an 8-year jail sentence in another fraud case. The scam calls, which impersonated the First Lady and the Health Minister, were made from behind bars, while the man was serving the original sentence for fraud. The current matter is ongoing in the courts. A 21-year-old man from Silver Hill on the Suze Dyke-Linden Highway was further remanded to jail today over the murder of a 4-year-old boy. The accused, Joseph James, was not required to enter a plea to the indictable murder charge. The prosecution's case is that on the day in question, the child was left in the care of the accused, who was in a relationship with the child's mother. On the same day, the 7th of October, the child Alex Prince was found unconscious and naked with injuries to his head and eyes. He was first seen by nurses in the area but was pronounced dead when he was taken to the Linden Hospital. When initially questioned by investigators, the accused claimed that he had left the child alone at home to go to a nearby shop. However, a post-mortem examination revealed that the child died as a result of blunt trauma to the head. The autopsy also revealed that the child had been sodomized. The 21-year-old stepfather was immediately arrested and charged. He has been remanded to jail until the end of this month, when the matter will continue. Across the Region is coming up next.
The Guyana Elections Commission would be conducting a claims and objections exercise from the 1st of October 2019. During this exercise, objections to the inclusion of the name of anyone who is suspected not to have met the eligibility requirements for inclusion in the PLE could be made only by an elector who is listed in the same divisional list in which the person being objected to is listed, or accredited scrutineers of political parties, providing any such scrutineer has monitoring responsibilities for the division in which the person being objected to is listed. Objections can be tendered to the registration officer of the registration area from the 1st of October 2019 to the 11th of November 2019. You must present the relevant original documents in order for the transaction to be completed. Don't delay. Visit the nearest GCOM registration office today. For more information, visit our website at www.gcom.org.gy. Follow GCOM on Facebook at Guyana Elections Commission. Contact us on 225-0277-9 or 223-9653. Email pro@gcom.org.gy or the nearest GCOM registration office.
There once was a man named Stan whose business needed a new plan. Christmas was coming, this much was true. He needed some help but didn't know what to do. Then fast as a flash, 3 helpers did come from Republic Bank. They came with some. One had low interest rates, one reduced equity, one with approval so quick and easy. Now Stan is the man and his business is booming. Christmas is good and he is winning. Reach more customers and boost your business with a Republic Small Business Loan today.
We are legions of men standing strong, but never too proud to stoop and help someone. We must send a clear signal to all. Do right, walk in upright ways, knowing that's what being a man is all about. And ever aware that things will only get worse when good men do nothing. Stand strong. Be the one to live right.
Join GTT in the fight against cancer at the Pinktober 5K and 10K Walk and Run, Saturday, October 26th at Durban Park from 5:30 a.m. Sign up at GTT stores for only $2,000 and make a difference today. Use MMG and pay just $1,500 at select GTT stores. Let's be aware and show that we care. See press for more details or visit gtt.co.gy/Pinktober.
Across the region right now, the Cuban government says it will allow citizens to use 10 foreign currencies to buy products like televisions and air conditioners at state stores in an attempt to compete with a multi-billion-dollar informal market in imported goods. The communist state has a monopoly on most forms of retail sales and all wholesaling, import and export. The only legal vendors of appliances like refrigerators and air conditioners are state stores that charge as much as 200% of the average global price for generally low-quality Chinese-made products that are often out of stock. That has led to an illegal but tolerated black market in goods purchased abroad by individual Cubans and resold at a profit on the island. Thousands of Cubans each year fly to shopping districts catering to them in countries ranging from Panama to Haiti to Russia. By some estimates, the sellers, known as mules, spend some $2 billion a year overseas, a major outflow of hard currency from an island already in a serious cash crunch. Over in Haiti, Haitian President Jovenel Moïse has announced that he will be making moves to end the country's corrupt political and economic system, acknowledging one of the opposition's demands, yet failing to convince protesters, who again took to the streets on Tuesday. Moïse held a rare news conference at midday rejecting calls for his resignation amid anger over alleged corruption by public officials, fuel shortages, and rampant inflation that has fueled 5 straight weeks of protests. Instead, the Haitian president said he was ending questionable contracts with businesses made under the previous administrations, accusing the guardians and beneficiaries of the unfair system of preventing the country from moving forward without naming names. He also said he would work on getting the country back in gear and planned on addressing the nation more frequently. Haitians have complained of a leadership vacuum given Moïse's rare appearances during a crisis which has shuttered schools, businesses, and public offices. The last time Moïse spoke publicly was nearly 3 weeks ago in a pre-recorded 2 a.m. televised address. And finally tonight, international news. Turkey has agreed to a ceasefire in northern Syria to let Kurdish-led forces withdraw, U.S. Vice President Mike Pence has announced. All military operations will be paused for 5 days, and the U.S. will help facilitate an orderly withdrawal of Kurdish-led troops from what Turkey has termed a safe zone on the border. Turkey launched its assault last week. It aimed to repel a Kurdish militia that it views as a terrorist group and resettle Syrian refugees in the area. Critics fear that this could lead to ethnic cleansing of the local Kurdish population. The cross-border offensive came after U.S. President Donald Trump pulled U.S. forces out of the border region. And that's your News Source Evening Bulletin for tonight. I'm Gordon Mosley reporting.